real lives. It's not like we live in some spaceship, you know?
Yeah, it's like you telling me, man. Yo. All right, Rob. We're back, dog. It's your man Tech This, Cappsoffgaming with my man Retro Mod Rob. Yo, word up, dog.
Found tears on your pillow, take my loan away.
Sorry for the delay for the podcast. I went through a stint of COVID in October, which was crazy because me and the Wiz, my girlfriend, we went to New York Comic Con. First time ever going to Comic Con New York and everything. And then there was like a variant that was out there. 20% of the population in New York had it, so you know that's a huge amount. Regardless, and we were in Times Square when we arrived, and running through the con, and then like boom, we ended up she got it first, and then a couple days later after that, then I started experiencing the symptoms. Man, that stuff was crazy. Like, I felt like I fell down like a flight of stairs. Like my whole body was in pain, yo. Like.
That sucks. Yeah, and you were in New York too, like the Comic Con, they said it was like a huge turnout, so it was just a massive just cloud of just COVID probably
COVID
lingering
cloud
everywhere.
Yeah, just encompassing the area and everything like that. But
what are you gonna do? Like we can't stay in our house and hide anymore. So
can't do it now. And COVID's pretty much is gonna be just the common cold now, or like the flu like we get every year and everything. So just get your shots and you should be all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. I mean, the flu wrecks people too. So it's once you know what I mean? So it sucks. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not, saying it's a good time, but you're gonna, like you said, you're gonna get it, and then you're just gonna get some time to have to, recover. So.
Right.
That's good. You're better, man. Because I remember we were talking through most of it, and some days I felt bad. So I was like, dang, I didn't even check on him, man, to see.
No, man. I think
I was trying to be good about it, but then it'd be like 3 days, and I'm like,
yo, man, I think the worst thing, because like I'm a teacher and everything, and I wasn't in school, so I'm doing stuff from Google Classroom and everything, and then I'm hoping that directions are being followed, but like, man, we were in school when the sub was in. It's like whatever, dog. Like I'm gonna do whatever I can not to get in trouble, but then not to do a bunch of work either.
And not my kids.
Oh, not you.
Yeah, my boys were like, they'll check all the boxes, man. Trouble, not do stuff. I dread if I find out subs coming, man. I'm like, oh god, here come the phone calls. They'll watch this and they'll see it too. They'll just be like shaking their head like you're right, Dad.
You're so absolutely right.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, but we're better now and everything like that, which is great. In the interim is, like I ordered a bunch of stuff from like online Amazon and game related stuff and everything like that. But like it's steadily coming in. So I know with this episode, this is episode 8. Okay, we're trying to just jump right into it. We'll talk about games that we're playing a little bit later, but jump right into it and just talk about, some of these pickups that we got. I think mainly what we're trying to talk about is that Rob, you posted on your page the new Sega Genesis Mini 2 that came out. I have my box here. Right here. He already did a picture unboxing and everything like that. I have mine.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, and then the biggest thing about this system, like you were saying, Rob, and a bunch of us have been saying, is that they have like Sega CD games that are included too as well, which is amazing because, as avid collectors, collecting for the Sega CD is super expensive.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, physical copies of that stuff. Not only just getting a Sega CD to run it correctly, but just getting the physical copies, it is really, really expensive. So this was a really big thing to come out. Rob, what do you think, man?
I think the best part of that system was just getting Crusader of Senti alone on the Genesis.
Mm-hmm.
I think that game, if I remember, recent pricing is going for like 70 to 100 for the game. You know what I mean?
Is that full altogether, or is that just the disc?
Yeah, complete in box. I'm not sure the loose cartridge price. So if you're paying $99. Well, we paid what, $104, and then I think some shipping costs.
Yeah, just about. Yeah.
So we basically bought 2 really hard to get Sega Genesis games. Basically, that's what you have to look at it as. The titles on there are pretty good. I mean, a lot of people were upset about the titles because, and this is just me saying this, so I don't want people to get offended, but I think those people aren't true Genesis fans or Sega fans to understand why they chose the library that they did. Those games were definitely like very important to Sega in some monumental way, some sort of where they were released for the system for whatever reason,
right?
And so that's why they picked these three. And so a lot of people were just like, why wasn't Lunar on there? And I get that, those are great games. They are on the Japanese one, but I don't speak Japanese. So
that's the thing that would always bother me, man. It's just like getting those imports, and then everything's in kanji, the Japanese. And I want to be part of the story, but then it's like I gotta learn kanji and to be able to do. I know a little bit, not that much and stuff like that, but not enough to carry through like a whole game and everything.
Yeah.
Right?
I would have traded Sewer Shark for Snatcher in a heartbeat. I
heard Sewer Shark is bad. Like it's
so terrible.
It's
like
bad.
The grainy full motion video.
Yeah,
you're playing the game and I can't see the targets. It's so blurry. Like I don't even know where to go. And then in the end, you just crash and like what I can only describe as this like metal anus. That's what it looks like. It's like I'm like, I understand the price, but man, you could have easily thrown Snatcher on there, man. That game is legendary. I would have bought just for Snatcher. Like, I can't believe there'd be anybody that was like, yo, man, we got to get this new Genesis Mini, man. Sewer Sharks on there.
Oh my God, sorry, my phone went off. I gotta silence it. What? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
No.
I think you saw too. I've got the 2. The Japanese one. So this is the full on like.
Yeah.
I just want to. And I love this so much. Like, I just love looking at it, and I love like being able to just open up the case, and then it came with a Sonic CD.
That is ill, but that's all for display. Like none of that's functional. Like
none of it functions. Like it's just to kind of like just to reminisce when you're playing. It feels like you're playing, like those Sega CD titles.
Right.
That was like my favorite setup. Like. Out of all the Sega systems was that Sega CD, that combo, just how long it was. And then if you start throwing on a 32X and then...
It looks like a tumor.
Then a game CD.
It's on life support. It's on life support. That's what the 32X was for. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was for life because they were supposed to release it, the 32X as like an individual system, but they never did. Like they extend the life of the Genesis, right?
Yeah, it was such a mess. It was. I think at the time it was a Band-Aid for Sega to the Nintendo was like doing really well.
Yeah,
and they want something to separate themselves from the pack. The short story is, because we don't want to go too long into this, but the short story is. Sega of America and Sega of Japan were not communicating. Sega of America went all in on the 32X. I mean, advertising, celebrities.
Right.
Well, Sega Japan didn't get that memo. They were pushing the Saturn.
Right.
And so confusion.
The Saturn was supposed to come out, I think, like 6 months after or something like that of the 32X.
They just messed everything up, man. They panic released the Saturn out of nowhere, and consumers were like, "What the hell is going on?"
This is 32. Dog, they had 32X Sega CD games too.
Yeah, I know. It was a mess. It was such a mess. I honestly felt like if they had just combined the two, and then we would have got what was the Dreamcast, basically. But they rushed everything, and they were putting their cards and all in on, like I said, the 32X. And then meanwhile, the Saturn was the real deal, and they should have just gone with the Saturn. I don't know. It's just too much. That's what killed Sega right there. Was just that. That had enough.
That was a very bad planning move, and I remember that because I was like, when the 32X came out, I was like, what? And then I heard about the Sega Saturn already. You know what I mean? Ahead of time. So I'm like, why am I buying this system and to plop on the Genesis, and then meanwhile there's gonna be this system, the Saturn, and everything. Right. I'm like, I'm not gonna spend the bread for that. And I was in high school, college. No, it was at that time.
They messed it up so bad. And then when everyone was so focusing on Sega to get this next gen system out, a lot of people don't realize that Nintendo, they didn't do anything when everyone was panicking for the next console rush. A lot of people don't know, but what actually saved Nintendo was Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah, because it was
when they released that game, Super NES sales started skyrocketing again, and Nintendo was still relevant, and it guided them through the holidays enough to where they had time to put the serious development needed into N64. And when the N64 came out, well, there you go. And look at the stability of Nintendo, right?
It was a wrap. I mean, I had a Sega Saturn, but I mean, I did GoldenEye.
Yeah.
GoldenEye, and then, Mario 64, and then even the Zelda game that came out, I was envious. I wanted to
It didn't help either that PlayStation came out at that.
And then PlayStation came.
Yeah, well, they did that mic drop with the price. They just came out with the price that just shattered. Because Saturn, I think, weren't they trying to be like $300 or $400 for the system?
It was $300. It was $299. Saturn was $299.
PlayStation did $199 then, right?
$199. Yep.
Yeah.
And they're both disc systems too. And it was just crazy. It was like, what's, and then PlayStation had a bigger library.
Oh, for sure. I mean, the release titles alone were pretty good. I mean,
Bring back Loaded, just like you talked about.
I love that game.
The game was amazing. And I was like, yo, I'm actually seeing bodies getting separated. This is crazy. Yo.
Yeah. These mini systems are good though. I like the variant too. The Japanese box is pretty cool.
Oh, you have the box too? Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, the Mega Drive too.
Go ahead, hold up. Let's hold up and compare. Let's see that.
Yeah, so definitely the two differences.
Yeah.
Is
that your slot got like a red? Your slot looks like it has red over it, something like that. Like where you would put the cartridge.
Oh no, that's just I don't know why they did that. It's a color in a box. It does look like a maroon color.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then the one thing that a lot of people were Sega kind of cut corners was the red lights gone from the center of both systems. They went with the flip switch, on the side. But I mean, that's a little picky stuff. But what I was telling people though, I wanted to show you this real quick. Sorry.
Yeah, no, keep going, dude.
And I found this out through Twitter of all places, which now has turned into absolute chaos.
You seen the fake Nintendo post from Twitter, right? That was amazing. That was amazing.
$8 will get you your own site, and then you can just be whoever you want now. So.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
If you open up the Mega Drive, the Japanese import,
hold that up.
Do you see the tab?
Yeah.
So
there's a QR code there. What's that?
Yep. So and a 4-digit code right there. What you do is you scan that code and you go to the website and you enter that 4-digit code.
Yeah.
And then you can vote on the next mini system that Sega should make. So you better believe I went and voted.
Dreamcast!
Yeah, I went right to the Dreamcast. Saturn was an option though, man. Saturn was an option. But I just don't think there's that many great titles for Saturn that would warrant a Saturn Mini. I mean, there's for sure 10 to 15 solid titles, I would think. But if you want to push like a 40 game mini system like these are tending to be, I got to go with the Dreamcast.
Yeah. Yo, imagine they get Power Stone 1 and...
I was just going to say Power Stone, man, alone. Just Power Stone 1 and 2. Like,
oh my gosh.
So I voted, and everyone that got one from Japan can go on there and vote. So I'm hoping Sega takes that vote serious.
Oh, dude, do I have? No, I don't. I just got this. Nothing.
I know. Why didn't the U.S. do it? I think because the U.S. one wasn't gonna.
Nothing.
I don't think they plan on making the U.S. one though. I think they were pressured into it because people thought they were only going to get the Japanese. You know.
Oh, okay.
So that's the only reason I got the Japanese one, because I was like, there was no word of like, oh yeah, for sure America's going to get this release, a US release, a North America release, or even a European one at that point. It was just, you can order from Japan and you can have the Japanese one and that's it. So I got both because later when I found out there was an American release, well, of course I wanted that one.
Right. So I can read it.
Well, that and I told you I love the style, like that box with the Silver Genesis wording and the red and just you know. Yeah. But yeah, the game selection, like we were talking about earlier, it's decent. It's not for everybody. Definitely a lot of RPGs on there.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. And like I haven't opened this up like far as.
Well, you haven't played it yet?
I haven't played it yet. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So like I'm excited about Earthworm Jim 2. That's amazing. All right. I'm excited about Splatterhouse 2.
I played that instantly.
Oh my gosh, man. Especially coming off of spooky season. I'm really excited about that. And then there's Sonic CD on here, which is arguably the best Sonic. Like the best Sonic, like in terms of that stint of them being released and everything like that. So I'm really looking forward to playing that. And there's a bunch of, but there's stuff that I already have, like Ninja Warriors, like I have that on the Switch. What else is that? Oh my gosh, I didn't even see that. Truxton is on this?
Yeah, that's a good one too. That's a Taito, right?
It's a Taito game. Taito.
Yeah, they put some work into it too. They also revamped the what's a game? Space Harriers on here.
Space Harriers is on there, yup.
But what they did is when you go to play it, you can select Space Harrier 1 or 2. So they included 1 on there. Man. And what they did with the Sega with this mini is they redid the errors, like the sound and stuff, and the controls were kind of sloppy. Yeah. And the overall speed, the frame rate was really slow. So they fixed that on both. But then the problem with that is there's a lot of flicker now. So it's an insane amount of flicker when you're playing. Like I personally, I see it, but it doesn't bother me because I don't know. I'm kind of a child when it comes to games, and I'm just like Space Harrier. Like I don't care. Like I'm just like I'm playing. I don't care. But you do see it. So.
Like in Legos, the movie with Chris Pratt, like the guy like spaceship. Like see that.
Me, I'm like whatever. Oblivious.
Yeah, yo. Oh my gosh.
And there's cool features in there too, like since you haven't set yours up yet, but you can select the sound from the Genesis 1 mini that came out, or you can select the sound from the new one. Both of them are different and unique in their own way and provide different bass or.
What about like CTR vision? You can do that too.
Yeah, you can do CRT with the scan line. CRT, or you no, I know what you meant. Or you can do like the smooth, whatever. Or you can stretch it out, or you can, whatever. It's got those features. And then another cool thing too is like you can do regional stuff with it. So if you want to see what the games do look like on the Mega Drive too,
right?
You can use to Japanese, and you can see what these would look like in Japan, like on the system.
That's dope.
Yeah, and then you can also for Sonic CD, which you're looking forward to play.
Yeah,
you can select the different music because the regional music was better in the European and Japanese release than it was the American.
Okay.
So if you want that music, you can switch the music.
Oh,
it's just
man.
They put a lot of that's the thing about the system is they put a lot of little touches and they put a lot of stuff into it. I know a lot of people think it's just a bunch of trash titles they dumped on a cash grab system, but there's a lot of thought that went into this. So
I'm looking at it. I'm even scanning over it even more. Like oh my gosh, they got Outrun on here.
Yep, Outrunners 2 is on there.
Outrunners 2 is on there, dog. Like virtual racing. Like,
yeah, that's an impressive port because that being on a cartridge base, for Genesis, I mean, they pushed the absolute limits on that for graphic wise. It looks a little bit better, I think, on the 32X for sure, but
we're not talking about that.
Yeah, but I've been locked into
it's a tumor.
It's a tumor. I've been locked into Shining Force 2 since I've been playing this. I've been playing it. I'm on chapter 3 already on it.
Oh man.
Man. I love it. I haven't played it before. I've been meaning to. It's one of those things where I'm like, I really need to play Shining Force, but I don't have a copy of it. And so I've just been hitting it hard
RPG. Excellent RPG.
Yeah, it's just turn-based. Take your turn fighting.
Yeah, and I like RPGs like that. It's just Final Fantasy VII type of deal, yo.
Yeah,
dog. So, okay, Rob, I'm gonna do this unboxing with you. We've already done it, but we can talk about it. So, hey y'all,
we'll talk about it.
We can talk. Hey y'all, so Ghostbusters Spirit Unleashed came out, okay? You see my reflection in my window in the back, but yeah, we've been talking about, if you know Rob, you know me, we love Ghostbusters. We got so much memorabilia and everything like that we've been collecting throughout the years and everything. And when we heard about the new Ghostbusters game, Spirits Unleashed, came out, we were literally crapping our pants. We were just oh my gosh, they're bringing a new one. Because why we're thinking about that? Because of the previous game that came out, which was it was co-written by Harold Ramis, rest in peace for him, and Dan Aykroyd. All right, wrote the whole story for the game, but then on top of that, just the gameplay, everything just made sense.
Yeah.
Okay, Rob, you need to talk. I know.
No, I don't want to cut it. I'm not trying to cut you off.
But you got to talk about your feel, dog. We feel this game, yo.
It's basically a unreleased movie.
It's Ghostbusters 3. That's what it is.
Yeah. It was, and you're playing through it as a character with the Ghostbusters. I mean, with the real voices. I mean, you got all of them. Winston, you got Peter Venkman, you got all of them in there, Egon, and they're all jiving with you, the rookie. It'll never be better. It'll never be better.
So I will pop that in and play it front to back at any time.
Yeah,
it's that good. All right, Rob, did you beat it yet?
No, but I got to the part now where you progress through all those portals and you take on that giant monster that's made of books and whatnot. And you That's what I'm stuck on right now. So.
Okay, no, you got this, dog. You got this.
I know. I'm doing that. You know me, where I take that break for a month and then I come back and I magically beat it, and then 5 more levels. I don't know what it is, but that's what's going to happen. So
this is the feel that we were approaching this game, right? So, I mean, we're not going to go too hard into the game, but I mean, for the most part, what we thought was that it was okay, but it wasn't to the standard of that previous game. Like it wasn't. So I'll say one thing. The only thing that I really don't like about the game is the fact that I'm not busting multiple ghosts. All right, I know that is on the premise of like a Dead by Daylight type of game, or like Friday the 13th, those asymmetrical multiplayer games where it's like 4-3 against one, and there's like your players like the boss character or whatever, and then you're trying to take them out and everything like that. Like I'm not privy to that because of the previous game where it was just like multiple ghosts, you had different weapons and everything like that. So that is my biggest gripe. And then
you had a story in the last game too.
There we go.
That's what's
So
missing
you can
in
talk
this one.
about that, dog.
They're missing a storyline in this game, and it's very disappointing because this is a chance for us to finally get something that shines the light on Winston. Winston, the guy who got the shaft out of everything, whether it was advertising for the movie, posters, like he was, because they didn't think he was gonna come back for the second movie. It was one reasoning, right? But whatever, it was still crappy. So a lot of the memorabilia that I try to get something that has at least Winston in it. And anyways, I don't want to get subject with that, but Winston had a chance finally.
You have every right to talk about that. Yeah. I'm glad you said it versus me, because it's going to be on some old like, oh yeah, of course he's going to say that. No. Everyone thinks that, okay?
Everyone should think that. Yep. So Winston finally has a chance, though, in this storyline, because he's now basically running the Ghostbusters, which is going to be in the new movie, by the way. Right. He's going to be in charge now. He is the boss. So Winston is the boss now. And they go, and what did they do? They crapped all over it. They gave this like stupid 5-minute story that you can only get to if you rank up, basically. And then you didn't even know what you had to rank up to access the story.
Nope.
It was just god awful. Right off of that, I was like, I'm pretty bitter about this game, honestly, because we did put a lot of like excitement into it. You and I, we were very excited. We were talking about for months about like, we can't wait to play this together, and we can't wait to get online, and we can't wait to do this. And then we did it, and it turned out to be an absolute grind fest. Just a really sucky grind fest with minimal graphics, cartoony graphics. I will say the Easter eggs were pretty cool.
Yeah.
If you go like in the very back alley where the ghosts
I already know what you're about to say.
Yeah. Burn in Hell, Bankman, which was a nod from the movie. The Commodore's computer with the Ghostbusters logo on it.
Right. And that's I think you can unlock that, and that's a game.
I don't know. I haven't read anything. I hope you could, but
I think you can unlock that. That's a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't go up in the arcades though upstairs and play any of those.
You can't play none of those games. Like, what about the Stay Puft sign?
Oh yeah.
Stay burnt.
Stay burnt. Yeah. Yeah. They missed the mark on a lot of stuff, and with the potential of this new evolution of gaming we're in right now, this Ghostbusters game could have been just this massive open world. And a lot of people too, like me, when I was reading on these blogs and like comments and stuff, were like, where's the Ecto 1 level? Why is there no Ecto 1 level? Where's the potential for that? Where you could totally have a door gunner or someone hanging out the back of it and just chasing a ghost down a street or something. I don't know. I don't think I'm foolish to think that DLC will save this down the road. I'm foolish to think that they're going to come up with something where you download it and this game will be better. I think all they're going to do is just going to be trash downloads. Yeah. Little stupid stuff like skins, here's a new outfit,
skins and stuff like that. Yeah, man.
Yeah. It's a $40 dress up game at this point.
Yeah,
so.
I'm not excited like in terms of what's gonna happen if you. Hopefully, the developers get Ilphonics, Like they'll try to post something out, and then
Yeah.
you know maybe you know what they could possibly do, bring like, because the real Ghostbusters costumes are in the game, so they could possibly bring some of the ghosts from the cartoon series.
Yeah, that's something too. Like you said, if they added more ghosts in the level to chase after instead of just this one specific ghost, and it's usually a person, like the potential of other online ghosts too, like just like Battlefield, you can have 2 or 3 ghosts running around with 2 or 3 online players, or 4, whatever, and have you chase those different ghosts, or. And then by adding the different weapons and contraptions and everything else to give you not so much an advantage, but a chance to compete with these said ghosts, I just missed them. Hopefully maybe we'll hold out for that, like you said, and maybe the DLC will contain like a real Ghostbusters level, like a
or maybe even story.
Yeah. Maybe even story. I would love for a story, man.
Yeah.
I'm a big campaign guy, man. I love to plunk down my money to get into a campaign, just as much as I love the online portion stuff too. So, but
all right.
I don't. We don't. Let's open this up. We don't keep trashing.
Open this thing up. Yeah, Rob was saying like.
I promise I wouldn't go on a tirade.
Yeah. Nah, we had to. Okay, so taking the cellophane off.
I can't believe you waited.
Yeah, I waited, because I was going to do an unboxing. I'm just like, nah, I'm going to do this with Rob, like, for the podcast.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, dog. So, all right. So, this feels good. Embroidered. Embossing, actually. That's what I want to say.
Nope. Yeah, that's right, yeah. I know I had to think of the word, too, when I was talking about mine. I was like, oh, it's embossed.
Yeah, so the embossing of that's good. Even the back feels... like it's old, but it's not it's not a book. This is not pages, okay? So yeah, it feels good. So now I'm gonna open it up. Let's see. So then here's my copy of the game that I've now bought twice. Okay, yeah. All right. So that's good, and it's like advanced access to.
Oh yeah, it came some bonus DLC stuff, and it's
remote trap vehicle kit. So like, it can whip the trap. He's like, nah, that's not even. Bro, look at the face.
I'm trying so hard.
Oh my gosh, Rob, really? Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is the game, all right, which I bought twice.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't even have to do anything either to it'll just automatically download when you start your game up.
When I put the disc in, it'll just automatically.
There's a code like everything else. Just put the code in, and then after that, it's automatically in the game for you.
Oh, okay.
There's no activating anything at that point,
Okay,
stickers are cool.
Stickers are cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know where I'm gonna put them though, but definitely. Yeah. I don't know where I'm putting them. Yeah, I won't put the Spirits Unleashed picture up though. It's just.
So I'm not gonna lie. You know what I did? I've got a few Ghostbuster stickers throughout the wall over here. I cut off the Spirits Unleashed part.
Oh yeah.
It just says Ghostbusters.
That's so mean. Hey, that's a good idea though. So I don't waste this, right?
Well, it blends in. It looks so awesome with all the other stuff I have up there, so you can't even tell that I gave them the shaft. So. And there's your stand for the book.
Elfine, so just do your thing. Fix the game. All right, that's all we're asking. As loyal Ghostbusters fans, as from kids. Fix the game, dog. Yeah.
They did such a decent job with Friday the 13th.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, and don't get me wrong, that one got a little repetitive at times too. But at least it was more. It seemed like it was more open than the Ghostbusters. The level designs for the new game was done very poorly for Ghostbusters.
All right, so here's the poster. Yeah, this poster is not great. I can already see it.
I know. I was kind of like
this is. Like, I can print this off the computer.
Yeah. I do like the cover, though, of it with that and the game, because with the Ecto 1 in the background like that, it kind of gives you Afterlife vibes.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. I'm not hanging that up.
I've seen this image so many times. Like, if I'm buying a collector's edition, you know, for 70 some odd dollars. Like, I want to see something else. Like, what did I? Okay, wait.
They should have done like with the Ninja Turtles, where they actually put in that nice like fabric printout, so it wasn't all wrinkled and everything. You just hang it up.
And that's it.
Someone said, "Look at the cover here on the front," and someone said that Tobin must have been a Pearl Jam fan because it's the same type of writing and cover as Vitology from Pearl Jam, the CD.
I'll throw an image to compare that with.
From Vitology too. It looks exactly like it's the same color brown with the gold lettering.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess Tobin was a Pearl Jam fan.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna throw an image with that. But like, yeah, like, man, like, that is underwhelming.
One of the people on my page too was saying he had a good idea, is that they should do they could possibly do a Tobin game too, where he, you know, because he made this guide, right? So
he had to investigate all these ghosts somehow, some way, shape, or form. So like a Tobin Spirit Guide game, I think that'd be dope.
And it would be similar to somewhat like Fantastic Beasts, kind of. That's what he was saying. Kind of keep it like that in a sense, you know, chasing down these different spirits, and
that's so underwhelming, yo.
Yeah, that's what I posted on. Do you ever follow Ghostbusters News? The guy from Canada.
Yeah, I saw. I follow him too. What did he say about it?
I haven't seen the review on it yet. He said he was going to do an unboxing because I think he has a PS5 version, and I haven't watched it yet because I'm not sure if it's been uploaded yet or not. But I told him, well, it should be only a 2-minute video because it's not like they packed a lot in this collector's edition. So,
God, the welcome kit had way more stuff than that.
I know, and that's just like a $40 thing you can get off Amazon. You know what I mean?
Way more stuff than that, though. I had an invoice, everything like that, a metal plate and everything. But then this is what you're. Man,
and you got it for the same price I did. You got that for $40, right?
Yeah, I got the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were lucky because we pre-ordered it so early that we got it for $39.99 for whatever reason. But if you didn't, if you didn't, that was $69 normally. That's $70 for that to get.
That's why I said 70, because I went back to look at it after I ordered it. But I went back to look at it, see if it went up or like status and stuff like that, and it was like $70. This is not worth $70.
No, it's not. It's a shame too. Yeah. I mean, I have the book displayed. It looks kind of cool, but it's I don't know. I don't know. I like. There's a bunch of games coming out soon, and everything. I ended up reserving the collector's edition for what's that game? The Callisto Protocol. Oh, what's that? So basically, it's like a spiritual successor to Dead Space. Oh, okay. Yeah. That remake's coming soon too. Yeah, that remake's coming soon too. And then I don't know if y'all know, but if you are an Ultimate member, in terms of Game Pass and stuff, and then you can trade in trade in points, and you can get all the DLC for Dead Space, the original Dead Space. So you get new suits, you get new weapons, you get a bunch of stuff, so that you can actually go on and then like really wreck shop in the original Dead Space and stuff like that, the 2008 version, y'all. So if you have a chance, y'all, because it showed up for me, I think like a month ago, and then I downloaded it, and then just like I think it was like this week, I started playing it back in like a little bit, and I remember, I have this DLC. So I downloaded that DLC, and like heavier plasma guns, like this a line gun that's literally like that's rad though that they did that. Yeah, dog, and it's just if you're a Game Pass Ultimate member, dog, like you can download it easy. Yeah, easy, dude, and it's on Game Pass. Man.
Huh?
Yeah, you have to have that investment, man. That's like the best thing I spent money on. I just love having access to everything. So
yeah, yo. So
mine's about to run out though in January. I've had it for 2 years
oh
since it
yeah.
came out.
Oh, you had
Yeah,
like a deal to have it for 2 years.
yeah. I financed the Xbox when it first came out.
Oh,
And
nice.
so it was part of that. You get 2 years of Game Pass and whatever else, and so it's all paid off, obviously. But by financing it, I was able to get all that extra perks and stuff with it.
Yeah,
so,
that's
but
dope.
2 years of Game Pass, unlimited games, and I'm like so spoiled that now I finally have to pay money for it. Dude, I don't even know how much it costs for the year. It's like $15 a month, right?
$15, man. It's basically a Netflix subscription. It's basically what it is, yo.
I can't math, so I don't know how much that is for the year.
So 15 times 12, so that's 0 to 2 to something like 200 plus, something like that.
Yeah.
But for the year though.
Yeah.
But imagine, game. You know, I mean, Xbox, Microsoft have all these. They bought Bethesda. We got Deathloop. We got Deathloop, dog. Yo, there's a game coming out called Atomic Heart. That's coming out. That's gonna be day one Game Pass, dog. And if you played like BioShock or even Deathloop, stuff like that, that's along the same lines of that. It's like you're a protagonist that's in like Russia at like this point of like advanced AI development, and then they get to a point where the AI turns on everybody, and then now you have to like try to figure you're enhanced though as a human, but you got to find out a way to like stop the AI from like taking over not only Russia but like the world, dog. It's amazing. If y'all get a chance to, Rob, to look at that Atomic Heart, dog. It is amazing.
I always check out the stuff you tell me.
Yo, dog, it's amazing, yo.
And then I play it for like a day or two, and then I start playing something else, and then I start playing something else after that, and then it never ends.
I'm still gonna beat Deathloop. I don't care. I'm still gonna beat that.
I know. I'm picking away at it too, man.
I've been chipping away at that game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, man. All right, yo.
That'll take us to our next "What are we playing?" topic, huh?
Right. Yeah. So what we playing, dog? So what we playing?
I'll do 3. I'll do 3.
Okay, I'll do 3. Yeah, I'll do 3 too.
So like I said earlier, I've been playing Shining Force 2 CD. So really into that right now, just because I just never got a chance to play it, and I'm just digging it on the new Genesis Mini 2 system.
Yup. Okay, feeling that, classic turn-based RPG. All right, I'm gonna check that out too. What I'm playing right now is Bayonetta 3, man.
Oh yeah, that's right.
My gosh, when I play it, like even from the first 2 ones, I feel like Bayonetta is like an interactive like movie for the most part.
Yeah.
The cutscenes are so ridiculous in that game. And then you get to play on top of that too, on top of it, and then the characters and everything like that. So with Bayonetta, you're basically. So I heard online, this is what they're saying. They're saying like from Bayonetta 1 and 2, that's the original Bayonetta, but from Bayonetta 3, in Bayonetta 2, Bayonetta meets her younger self, and her name is Cereza. So I feel like excuse me, sorry about that. What I'm hearing online is that this new Bayonetta in Bayonetta 3 is her past self. So it's like a different timeline that we're following now, versus Bayonetta from the first one and the second one. Sorry about the background noise. I live near a train station. My fault.
Y'all. I didn't even hear anything.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully it didn't pick up. All right.
Now you just sound like a crazy person. Oh, sure.
Up, right?
Oh, a train, huh?
Yeah, a train, right? But yeah, this one's amazing. The mechanics are completely different from the first and the second one, as in like you still have your wicked weave moves that you can mix in, where you're like doing your combos, and all of a sudden like you'll see like a fist or like a foot come out from Madam Butterfly. But the infernals that you control, those demons that you kind of like, you'll do a dance or something. Yeah, y'all, I'm dancing, right?
Yeah.
And then they appear to help fight the bosses and stuff. You can control them independently now. So you can call the infernal demon, but then you can control it. But the only caveat to it is that you can't move. So you're just sitting there, kind of like dancing and stuff like that.
That's
like,
weird, yeah.
Yeah, but then the you're controlling the monster and stuff.
Right.
But then the infernal demon can go crazy, as in like if it takes too much damage and stuff, it can go crazy, and then it'll just attack you and everybody else. So you got to be sparing on using it and everything. And there's a new protagonist in the game. I think her name's Viola, and she's basically like a witch in training, and she comes from the past, or some alternate timeline or something, to meet Bayonetta in like now this present time, and she's trying to figure out how to like stop these. And then the guys you fight, you're not fighting you're not fighting demons, or you're not fighting angels. You're not fighting neither one.
Right.
They're basically like man-made. They call them homunculi. And the only reference, and I got really nerdy with this because I'm gonna post a dirty 30 with the game. Is that in biology, when we talk about like your body, like in terms of sensing things and everything, they use this figure called the homunculus. And it's just basically a drawing that emphasizes what parts of your body senses the most like input from the outside world and stuff like that. So I mean, hopefully I can get a picture and drop it in there and stuff. But yeah, so I don't know what that's gonna mean or anything like that. But yeah, so that's what I'm playing right now. That's my first one, Okay.
Nice. Yeah, that's gonna be great to see that video. So because I've been curious just to see the footage, the gameplay itself.
Yeah, man.
I've been playing. So I just got this week was the new Atari 50 collection.
I saw some post about that. Yeah. How is that?
Man, it's awesome. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just
nostalgia.
Well, the cool thing is it's like a documentary and a video game all in one disc. So
you gotta explain.
So you can start off with the game. The game as it's loaded starts off right away with a timeline, and you can start right in the early 70s, or the beginnings of Atari's history, and then on that timeline they'll show like this machine was invented, and then you can zoom in on that machine, and then some of the games, the arcades will be like, this arcade came out in like 1978, and then like you want to play it, and then you can play the arcade, like you can just press, or you can just press X and it brings up the entire game list, and you can just select the games that way. So but there's many documentary movies on there about like how the games were developed, or just it's packed full of just information like you wouldn't believe. It's like a museum that you can play.
Wow,
that's how I would describe it, as a museum.
And that's on that's on all systems, right?
Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, all of them's got it, and it's $39.99. It's a very affordable deal, I feel like, because you're getting over 100-something games plus 5 other games on there that aren't unlocked until you solve the Atari riddles. There's 5 games hidden in there, and you have to go play certain games to unlock those games. So there's Easter eggs within Easter eggs in this disc. So it's nuts. They redid 3 titles they called Atari Reimagining.
Yeah.
And one of them is Super Breakout, which I'm a huge fan of Breakout. I don't care if people like Breakout or not. I know it's just a ball and a paddle, and it's very, I'll play Alleyway on the Game Boy. I will play Alleyway on the Game Boy like 2 times a day if I want to. Like, But they did this
It's
reimagining.
Arachnoid. It's called Arachnoid. This is another
or
way.
any of those versions.
Yeah.
They're all good to me, man. I love them. I think they're just awesome.
The little
anyway,
wheel. I'm turning the wheel.
I wish I had it for this setup, but the break and white graphics, like the old school Atari.
Yeah.
The first level, and as soon as you complete the first level, it just explodes into color, like 3D color, techno sound. It's so awesome, dude, how they did it.
Gosh,
and then there's another game on there. Man, I wish I could remember the title of it because it's also new. You play as a set of eyes, and you go through this like haunted high school.
It's called Haunted House.
Yes,
that's what it's called. Yeah. It's called Haunted House for 2600, right? And it's like an eye, right? But when you get like a candle, like a light, like
torch.
You look like Meatwad from Aqua Teen Hunger.
You do. Well, now they've done a reimagining of it, so now you look like a more high definition version of Meatwad. It's awesome though. The colors, the sound, it's so cool, man. And you get a torch, and you light the torch up so you can find the treasures and the keys and stuff you need. That's another one of the reimaginings they did. They added all new color, all new graphics, and then you remember Yar's Revenge?
Yeah.
So they did Yar's Revenge, and the graphics are out of this world what they did to it. But you have this cool option where you can press a button and go back and forth between 2600 modern, 2600 modern. Like it will freak your mind out because it's nuts.
I got it.
It's absolutely nuts.
Man, Rob, man, I got it. Told my Callisto protocol costs $250. I got it. Oh my gosh. Okay.
I mean, this was $39, you know, or you could wait because maybe in a month or two, it could go to Game Pass, maybe.
Go to Game Pass, or the holidays are coming, so.
You got a birthday coming up in March, so
yeah. So. All right, because that sounds amazing. I love reimagining stuff like that. It's like even playing the Pac-Man Championship game and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like reimagining and like updating and stuff. So, what else am I playing? One Finger Death Punch.
Oh yes.
Yo, so Rob, remember them games? Also, you know what? Happy Veterans Day. You know what I mean? Thank you for your service and everything. I saw the post about you on deployment and how like gaming like helped out a little bit. Not a little bit, like a lot. Like during times of when you're not, doing like your guard duty, or like
you're in the middle of the desert, so there's not a lot of outlets besides the gym and food, so video games are a huge escape for us,
right? So I gotta big you up, like definitely thank you, so I appreciate it though.
No, that's all right. I made that post just because it is Veterans Day, and I know I've got some people on my page that probably are veterans, so it's just more of a shout out for them, right? I'm always uncomfortable with people thanking me. I'm like
But I don't know if you remember, there was a website called Newgrounds where you could play like web browser games and stuff like that.
I don't remember that. No.
Yeah. So, but all those web browser games. So, like and you got mess around in the Microsoft store. Like I'm messing around. I have like some credit left over from the monies they gave us over the summer and everything like that. And then I just saw this game and it was like One Finger Death Punch 2, and I was like, "What is this?" And I still watch like stuff on YouTube, whereas I think it's called Juan's Dojo, and they do a lot of stick figure fighting and stuff like that. Like they animate that
so
stuff.
Funny, man. Yeah.
Yo, it is so funny, like to watch them animate, but it's literally a game where you're like the Wiz says that, oh look, they're restroom signs fighting so that game is amazing. Like, oh my gosh. And it's called One Finger Death Punch because there's only 2 buttons that you use.
I saw you playing it, man. I watched all the videos, especially you and the Wiz too, and I was like, it's so awesome that like,
oh my gosh. There's 400 levels. Like it's like
those are the perfect games, man, for just a real lazy like Saturday or something where the weather's not good and you just want something fun. Like where you don't have to think about anything, you know? Those are the games that just carry us in between the games where we just want to destroy our controller.
Yeah, right. Like break the loop. Like
I know.
Yeah, but
dude, I've watched all your videos on those, man, and I just think they're really entertaining, man, because it looks like, I told you, it looks just like simplistic fun, like just in its purest simple form, you know?
Pure simple form, but it's so complex at the same time. But like, yo,
no, I know,
yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I love that game. Like, I might say, like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna play like a couple of levels, and then like 2 hours later, like,
you get pulled in,
huh?
Yeah, because you get pulled in, like, because you just want to, advance.
And just keep going and everything, and like, and then there's like a progression system where you can map out like what you want to see happen in the game and stuff like that. Because like power moves, and like you can have like a random weapon wheel that shows up, it gives you weapons, and like it's just amazing. Like it's just amazing. And so that's my second one. Like One Finger Death Punch 2, man. Nice. I'll get it. And it's like it's less than $10, y'all.
Yeah, I know, you can't beat that.
Can't beat that, yo.
Yeah. I don't want that one for Christmas, though.
You don't want that? Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Nah,
I'm just kidding.
You get that for yourself, man. Come on now. Oh, the boys will love that. The boys will love that.
Well, I know. I was gonna say my sons would love that game, man. They would definitely play that for hours on end. So. Yeah.
What's your last one, B?
So I mean, this one's probably not gonna throw a lot of people, but I'm playing a new Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Okay. No, but what do you think about it? Because supposedly it's a remaster or remake. No, it's not remaster. It's a remake of Modern Warfare 2, right?
It's a completely different storyline altogether.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm personally enjoying it. I like the variety of the different enemies I'm facing with the storyline that it brings.
Yeah.
And I'm loving the graphics. I mean, there was a level where I was in Amsterdam and I wasn't even following the mission, man. I was like checking out the sights. I was like, wow, look at this over here. This house is nice. Or I could eat at this bakery. Like, I wasn't even, at one point they were like, get back to the mission. Like,
wait.
Dude, I was wandering around, man. I wasn't even sure what I was supposed to do.
You got distracted, like.
Yeah, it's so realistic. I was like, man, this is like, I could live here. And I'm like, oh yeah, I got to go track this guy. Like, it's good. I don't know. I'll tell you what. I'm not a big online guy because I totally get waxed every time.
Right.
I don't have because I don't have the time. I'm so, you know me, man. You've known me for a while now. Like. I'm all over the place with gaming. I don't have the time to sit there and put in 4 or 5 hours a day practicing, learning the maps and all that stuff. I just want to get in there, man, and I just go ballistic.
Yeah.
I just go
like, ham.
Just charge right in, no regard to myself or safety of anyone else. RPG in hand, whatever, and I just lay waste to what's around me. And if I die in the process of it, then I regenerate and I run right back in again like some stupid dog.
Yo, what do your teammates be saying? Like, stop! Like, don't do it.
Oh man, I've been booted from so many games or teams because I'm just reckless. Like, I'll get 5 or 6 solid kills, man. Even if it costs me 38.
I am, man. Like, I'm not gonna get it. Like, I don't like.
It's expensive.
It's expensive
kind of unnecessary.
And it's over 100 gigs, isn't it?
Dude, it's ridiculous, man. I don't even know why I bought the stupid disc, man. I should just.
There's nothing on the disc. Did you know that? There's nothing on the disc. Everything is uploaded.
I know.
It's just like a password key. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's like to show that you bought it, and then it's just a coaster now for me.
Yeah, like
I put my coffee on my Modern Warfare disc and start playing.
Yeah, dog. Like, it's not even worth it. Like,
I didn't know that when I bought it. I'm still in that 90s mindset where I want the physical media.
Right.
And so I pre-ordered it because I want, and I regret it. I guess in a sense. I mean, what's done is done.
Yeah.
So
it's okay.
But yeah, it's expensive, man. And you're right. It took up a lot of memory on my Xbox, but I'm going to beat it. And then I'll probably put it on the shelf, like the digital shelf, as it were.
Yeah.
And if I want to play it again, if I get a hankering later, download it or whatever.
Yeah.
Online's fun, though. I'm enjoying online, too, though.
Okay.
It's massive.
Yeah.
It's massive. It's like 160, I think, people versus 160-something people. Like,
what?
It's something like that.
Wild.
The numbers are incredibly high. I may be off, but it's high. So when you go out there, you have a chance. You're not just going to get obliterated the second you walk out. You know, when you walk out on Call of Duty and you're like, here I am.
Yeah, you're done. And you're done. Wig. Straight wig.
You can last for, like I said, 5 or 6. You can kill at least 5 or 6 people before you finally get tapped. So
okay.
I don't know. It's pretty fun. But
no, I can't do it.
I know. I don't always get all the Call of Duties, but I've always been a big fan of Modern Warfare, the series.
Yeah.
And I just had to give this a go. So
yeah, I'm gonna go back and try to finish all my Black Ops. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. And like I said, by the time you get to that, man, it'll be on Game Pass anyway. So
right.
Yeah.
Just
wait it out.
What's my last game? Okay, sorry about that. Pause for the cause. Back again. What else am I playing? I can't even. I mean, Dead Space. I'm playing Dead Space right now because not only because of the remake that's coming out, or the remake is coming out, but because of Callisto Protocols that's coming out too as well. So, earlier I was telling you about, like, I got the collector's edition for the Callisto Protocol, but this is like I'm really excited for it because, like, I haven't really played a survival horror game like in its entirety for like a long time. I think the last game that I really played through its entirety. Dying Light. Yep.
Yeah.
And not the second one, the first one.
Yeah,
I played through that first one, and I really like that. Like, just the crafting and just the fact of, like, the slim supplies that you have and you gotta manage and everything like that. So I'm like, I think I went back to Dead Space just to get that feel again. And then I did say earlier is that if you have Game Pass, Ultimate Pass and everything, and you collect points from like daily challenges and stuff like that, you can download all the DLC from that 2008 version of Dead Space and just incorporate it in and let's go through the story. But I'm doing Dead Space because, like, I'm getting ready for Callisto Protocol, and then
you're gearing up, man.
Yeah, I'm gearing up for that because in Callisto Protocol, I heard that it's even more scarier than Dead Space, like way more scarier. Yeah,
that's what I need.
You don't. That's right. You don't like scary games.
No, man. I mean, I'll play them during the day, like right now, but at nighttime when I'm alone in this isolated house away from my regular house,
yeah.
I don't know, man. I get freaked out, dude.
Nah, I'm good with that. I like being frightened. Like I like it a lot. So like I'm looking, and then even though I played through the first one already, like, it's still making me jump. Like, it's still making me jump because, like, the necromorphs, like, running around the vents, and you just hear like the pitter patter of their claws, like, that's what scares you. That's what scares you. You're like,
I do this as soon as I see it. I do the same thing every time, man. I clench the controller and push the sticks down.
Like, yo, what was that?
Dude, I get it, man.
Yo, dog, man. And when they burst out, and then they don't lumber. They sprint at you.
Yeah.
Sprinting. Right? Like Dawn of the Dead zombie sprinting towards you, yo. And then you're like with the trigger, like, oh snap! And especially if you don't have the right weapon out to stop them in their track.
I never do. It's always too late for me.
Love that game, yo. So so hopefully I get pretty far in that before, the next round of games come. I'm also waiting. Oh, this is a bonus. I ordered from iam8bit.com the physical version of the game Stray. That's the one with the cat. You ever heard of that game, Stray? So it came out on PlayStation a while ago digitally, but from the website iam8bit.com,
okay.
They let you. They had a physical version, kind of like limited runs, but limited runs does.
Oh right, how they do
yeah. So I'm supposed to get it by the end of November, hopefully.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and it's not a short. It's a short game. It's like 5-6 hours or something like that. But you play as a kid. You play as a cat. In this dystopian world where there's no humans, just robots and stuff like that.
And you just gotta survive.
Yeah, not even survive, but it's like a mystery of like where the humans go, and you're this cat trying to figure it out, and you have like a little AI robot that kind of follows you along, that's on your backpack and stuff. It's
a lot of holes in the story, man. I have cats and they don't care if I'm not around.
I can't wait
gone
for
3 days, man.
3 days.
Whatever.
At least my bowl was full. At least my
bowl
was full.
Yeah, it sounds like this game's about this cat trying to figure out where when he's gonna get fed again.
It's been out I think in June. It came out in June, but
okay, check it out. I mean, it seems interesting. I like games like that are interesting.
Yeah,
different. It's a different, not what we would normally play. I would think.
Right. So I'm really looking forward to that. But I mean, it's the end of the year, and just games and games and games is coming out too as well, man. Midnight Suns is coming out, the Marvel card game.
Oh, okay.
Midnight Suns, so that's coming out too as well. So I mean, we're gonna be pretty occupied, but I'm gonna try to finish Dead Space.
Nice, yeah, good.
Play some One Finger Death Punch too as well. But yeah, Rob, good talking with you again,
Yeah.
Yo, man,
yeah.
This is the podcast. It's my man Retro Mod Rob, and it's your man Tech This Show. And hopefully you enjoy it. Please check out Rob's page, man. He's really popping. I think the best thing that I see, what I look forward to is the anniversaries. And the video game anniversaries that you pop up, and you just throw up a whole bunch of games up on the Facebook page.
That's been my thing now lately. Is I've just been putting a lot more, I guess I don't want to say passion, but like today's post this morning was I did Kevin Conroy's first ever video game he did, which Batman and Robin. So that was I worked on that last night actually, because I put a lot of research into the characters and everything else. So I appreciate it. Yeah, it's I actually just today I just got monetized by Facebook today.
Oh, congrats!
Yeah, well, so I can't make. I'm not making a lot, but that's fine. I'm not in it for the money.
Right.
But and it's only going to be based off of posts and reactions, and that's it now. So but I got the offer today from Meta. They were like, I've had over 16,000 views, so I broke the 15,000 cap. And so they were like, hey, we've noticed your page is whatever, and it's kind of exciting. So
that's dope.
You and I, we don't do it for the
Nah. I got a good paying job. I'm okay.
I'd rather do it for
fun. Yeah, I'd rather do it for fun than trying to. Because I feel like if I did it for that, I'm gonna lose all the passion with it, because then it's gonna be like work, and I'm like, I can't post videos all the time. I can't be on Facebook posting stuff all the time. I just can't do that because I got other things that I'm doing in my life too as well.
Yeah.
So
no, I know. Yeah, I'm lucky that I can, and that's the one thing I pride myself on my page is that I follow a lot of other gaming pages, and you can message stuff on there, and no one will say anything to you at all.
Right.
You know, usually, but I answer every single person on my page every single time, or I at least react to their comment so that they know that they're not just a number. You know.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I do that. I try to do that for the YouTube page.
You do, yeah. You get back to everybody. So
yeah. So please respond, okay, y'all. Okay. We'll talk. We will talk to you, dog. We will talk to you, dog. Definitely.
We're not above you. We're not above you at all. We are all the same. So.
Nah, man. But yeah, Rob. This is our episode 8, and then I guess we're wrapping it up right now. You know, again, y'all, please like, sub, share, comment, and do your thing. And besides that, y'all, your success is your own, so celebrate that. Word up.
All right, man.
Peace out. All right, let me